Hey TVs, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to you as well. My name is Jennifer and this is my channel, my vlog. I'm going to do a talking video today. I mean, most of my videos are talking videos, but there are some things that I didn't share in my other video, my update video, that I just didn't feel was the right time. As you can probably see by the title of this video, there's some things that went on in the past month that I didn't share because they had to do with Gene and our lives and my life, and I wanted him to be comfortable with sharing that on his channel, his story, before I shared it on mine, because out of respect for him, because it has to do with him. I'll get on into all that in a little bit, and I'm going to talk about addiction and how my food addiction and my eating is going, and some realizations that I've made in the past few weeks, few days. But first I want to start out and show you guys a couple things real quick. I got another surprise package in the mail, something from my Amazon wish list, and it's from, I'm assuming it's from the same person, I'm not sure, but it's the same kind of tag as before. It says, "Because you're loved," and it was a total surprise, was not expecting it. And this is what it is. These are so cute. These are called, well, it's actually in Japanese, and I can't speak Japanese, but they're cute little crafty things that you add to different kinds of craft projects, and these will look so cute on my crochet items. I'll just like hot glue gun them on. Let me show you a couple of the things. There's like a huge variety of things. Here's a little butterfly and a bow, some cherries. This is the one that caught my eye, the very first one. Black and white polka dot bow, Eiffel Tower. Love this one as well. This one is actually, these are hard plastic, and this one is a soft plastic. This is a rainbow. I love this. I don't even know if I'm going to part with this to put it on a crochet project. I'm just going to try to find a way to put this on my bulletin board. Maybe I don't want to tack it because I don't want to ruin it, but I love this. This is so cute. Let's see what else we got. This one here is cute too. It's just a clear button. I mean, it's clear, but it's cute. This one here is super cute too. A little square heart. I could just show you these all day because there's a ton of them in here. And so thank you to whoever sent these. I wish you would put your name on the tag so I can say thank you. Look, there's a little sparkling, oh, I dropped it. It was a little sparkly microphone. Hold on until I get it. All right, I retrieved it. Little sparkly microphone. Isn't that cute? So thank you to the person who sent these to me. I love them. Definitely going to be using them in my crochet projects and some other craft projects. Thank you very much to you. And the last thing that I wanted to show you was a Goodwill find that I found yesterday, and I fell in love with it. It was 59 cents. I'm not sure why they price things like 59 cents, 58 cents. Why not just do 60 cents or 55 cents? I don't know, but this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It was originally from Pier 1 Imports, and it's called the Chubby Cat. And does that not look like my baby Moo? Let me pause again and get Moo, and we will compare Moo to the cup. Hold on. So here is the real Moo. Here's a real Moo. Moo has some kitty cat acne that we're treating at the moment. There on his whisker and his chin. He's gotten it ever since he was a kitten, so we've gotten medication from the vet, and he's getting treated with his little kitty cat acne, huh? Yeah, getting treated. Okay, so here is my Moo, and here is my Moo cup. It looks like you. Does that look like you? Look at the camera. Look at the camera. You do not like to be on camera either, do you? All right, we won't force him to be on camera too much. Thank you for being patient with me. Yeah. All right, now that I've had my little show and tell time, I want to get into what this video is actually about and talk about where I've been the month of May. It's what I told you, it was a struggle, and for different reasons. My health reasons, my health concerns, I'm going to keep to myself for now until, like I said, I have more definite answers, and I'm in a better place with that. I don't want to share too much right now with that. I'm okay. I'm not dying. I'm not, it's not a immediate serious issue, but it is something that needs to be taken care of sooner than later. So that aside, May was a struggle for me, for us. So the end of April, I think I've mentioned before, I don't know if I did, but at the end of April, Gene had went into detox, and he was there for, I think, 3 or 4 days. We had gotten to the point where the drinking had got to a point that he and I were not getting along, and we get along completely fine when he's sober. And a lot of this is my fault because it irritates me when he's drinking, and it's not, I try to think about why I do this, and I don't know exactly why, but I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want my words twisted, and I don't want it to sound like it's something that it's not, because I'm an addict too, and we all know that I'm a food addict. But I think part of the reason why it irritates me when he drinks is because, firstly, because I know that he is so much more than his addiction. I know he has the potential to be an amazing, successful person in life, and not that he isn't amazing at the moment and successful at the moment, but he has the potential to be so much more than just wasting his life with alcohol. And I know that he would probably say the same about me with food. People have said that I have no right to be upset when he drinks because he doesn't get upset when I eat. And it does upset him when I eat, but not because that I'm overweight. I think it upsets him the most. I guess I'm speaking for him, but it upsets him the most because it's damaging my health mostly. But that's the thing about addictions with food and alcohol. The alcohol changes your personality. Food doesn't really change my personality. So whether I'm eating or not, we're still getting along because it's still me, food or not. Everything else aside, health aside. But when you add alcohol to the mix, we don't mix well. And I've often thought about why I would have wanted to be in a relationship with an alcoholic, because I knew from the very beginning, from the day I first laid eyes on him, that he was an alcoholic. But when God puts someone in your life, I think that without reason or rhyme or reason, that's the person that you're supposed to be with for a reason. And God put him in my life for a reason. But we had gotten to a point where the drinking had definitely become a problem. We were fighting, and he needed to go and be in a place where he could come off the alcohol in a safe place medically, and then just be in a place where he wasn't readily able to get alcohol. So when he did get back, he was sober for 3 weeks, and it was wonderful. We got along perfectly. Everything was great. We rarely fight when he is sober. Then after 3 weeks, he started drinking again. It was a week, he started drinking. And then this was all combined with, at the time, I was having some medical problems, and it was just very overwhelming. And I didn't want it to get to the point where it did last time, where the fighting was so severe and where we did more damage to our relationship than we could fix. So on a Friday morning, I think it's been almost 2 weeks ago now. I woke up and he was hungover, and I was at a boiling point from the night before. Although this time our fighting, I've learned to kind of control my anger, and not just a little bit. I mean, I still get angry, but not to the point of raging. I cause a lot of our problems because Gene just wants to be peaceful when he drinks, and it irritates me, and I pick fights. So that's a big reason why we fight, is me. I'm owning up to that 100%. So I didn't want it to get to that point this time. So Friday morning when I woke up, like I said, I was still boiling. So it was around 8 o'clock in the morning. I woke him up and I told him that he was going to need to pack his bags and get out. And I thought that we were on the same page as getting out, because we had talked about him going to detox the night before, and he said that he would consider going and that he wasn't against going because the drinking had become really bad. He was on for like 5 days, he was drinking, and then at that point he had been on like 3 days very heavily of drinking from morning to night. And so I just told him that he was going to need to pack a bag and leave. So I thought that he was going to go to detox. I thought he's able to go to the detox center and they process you right in. There's usually no waiting. I thought that that's where he was going. Lo and behold, I didn't know that he went and checked himself into a hotel, and he was going to live it up and party it up for a whole day, and overnight. And that enraged me even more. And so, like the addict that I am, I use that as an excuse to use. Gene's addiction doesn't trigger my addiction. It does trigger my addiction, but my addiction is not because of him. I had this problem way before him, so it's just an excuse to indulge in my addiction. So Friday night came. He come back Friday afternoon for a little while to get some other stuff, and then he left again. Then Friday night he lived it up in the hotel, and then Saturday morning we spoke on the phone, and he had already planned to spend another night at the hotel, and I was very upset. I just didn't know what the answer was. I didn't know if he was ever planning to go to detox or not. I've always made it very clear to him that I'm not forcing him to get help. It's his choice whether he gets help or not, just like it's my choice whether I get help or not. But the stipulation is, if we are to be together, if he is to remain living with me in our apartment, that he needs to be sober. And if he chooses not to do that, then he is more than welcome to either move out and get his own apartment here, or go back home where he lived before, or go back home and get an apartment or a home where he's from. But it's his choice. I wanted to make that clear to him, that he knew that I am never forcing him to do something that he is not willing to do. So Saturday when we spoke, he agreed that, because he had already started drinking that day already before we spoke, and he said that he would be willing to go to detox the next day. I was kind of iffy about that, about letting him come back while he was drinking, but I figured I would trust him, his word, and he did follow through. The next morning he got up and then went to detox, and he was there for a week. And I'll leave a link to his video where he talks about his experience in detox this time. I won't go too much into it because this is like just my side of the story. It's really hard watching someone, and it opens my eyes to my addiction, watching somebody ruin their life. And sometimes I just stumble through my addiction and I don't think about what I'm doing to other people until I think about what he's doing to me and to himself. And then it opens my eyes and I'm thinking, okay, this is what it's like for someone to be on the other end of viewing me. And all too often, because it's food, people and me think that it's an acceptable thing because it's just food. It's food, it doesn't make you drunk in the sense of actual your cognitive skills. It doesn't make you high in that normal sense of not knowing where you are, acting different. It is a high though. Food is a high in its own right. So this video isn't meant to be a blame Jean for everything, and I know that's how it sounds up until now. I was just kind of explaining where we've been, what has been going on. But it has taught me a lot about my issues. I get focused on the weight, and everybody else is focused on, when you see a morbidly obese person, they focus, not everybody, but most people focus on the weight they need to lose and the food they eat, and why don't they just stop eating the food. If it was so easy, and I know I've said this countless times, but if it was so easy to just not eat a certain thing, I don't think anybody would be fat. But it's an addiction in its own right. And seeing an addiction on the other end of an addiction has been very helpful to me, has opened my eyes to a lot of things. So when Jean came home, we decided that we were going to both work on our addictions together as well as separately. And one of the things that we have been doing together has been reading this book. He got this for me for Christmas. His sister recommended this book and I wanted it, so he got it for me for Christmas. And for one reason or the other, mostly probably for putting it off because I'm an addict and I didn't want to face up to my addiction issues. But I think I've shared this book before. It's called Made to Crave, and it's actually geared towards women. The book was written for women, but there's no reason why you can't, and it's about food addiction, but there's absolutely no reason why men can't read it and just turn it into their issues as well, or alcohol or drugs, whatever issue you have. Because at the root, addiction is the same. It just plays out differently of what you're addicted to. There's all kinds: shopping, sex, food, drugs, alcohol, you name it, gambling, you can be addicted to it. So we've been reading this a chapter a night for the past 2 nights, and this has given me a lot of insight. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna break this down into chapters soon. This is geared towards the concept that God has made you to crave, but he made you to crave a relationship with him. And we are focusing on the wrong things, and we need to refocus ourselves on him and a relationship with him, because he can fulfill all of our cravings. We're trying to fill that void that we're missing with him, and we're putting that into food or drugs or alcohol. And if we just turn that craving into a craving to know him and to have a relationship with him, that it is the answer to our addictions. And I truly believe that. I'll just go ahead and read you a little bit of the back cover so you get an idea, and then I'll also leave a link in the description where you can get this on Amazon. It's called Craving Isn't a Bad Thing. Well, that's what it says on the back of the book. It says, food has become more about frustration than fulfillment. Made to Crave is the missing link between women's desires to be healthy and the spiritual empowerment necessary to make it happen. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, but I'm going to go with Lisa Terkeurst. Personally understands the battle that women face. In Made to Crave, she will help you break the cycle of I'll start again on Monday and feel good about yourself today. Stop agonizing over numbers on the scale and make peace with your body. Replace rationalizations that lead to failure with wisdom that leads to victory. Reach your healthy goals and grow closer to God through the process. This book is not a how-to manual or the latest, greatest dieting plan. Made to Crave is a helpful companion to use alongside whatever healthy eating approach you choose. A book and Bible study to help you find the want to and how to make healthy lifestyle changes. And I think that is the most important part of any kind of change in your life. You have to change your lifestyle if you're going to change yourself. It's not all about the food. It's not all about the weight. The extra weight is a symptom of something wrong in my life. And until I work on that issue, nothing else is going to change. I can lose weight, but I'll eventually gain it back if I don't work on the reason why I gained it all in the first place. So I mainly just wanted to make this video to let you guys know what actually has been going on behind the scenes, what I've been going through, some of the things I've been learning, and kind of giving you a glimpse at what is to come on my channel. Not only will you be seeing the food aspect of trying to lose weight, but it'll also be emotional and spiritual connection of trying to heal myself. It's important to share some things. Of course, not everything is worthy of sharing, or not even that it's worthy of sharing. It's just, you just don't share everything. You pick and choose what you feel comfortable with. But I think that a lot of people can gain wisdom, can gain understanding about eating disorders, about addiction, and about themselves too, because I know I'm suffering from this, and I know I'm not the only one. I'm not that unique that I'm the only person in the world who is going through the issues that I'm having. And I just want to end with saying that even though we are struggling with our addictions right now, I believe that these struggles are making us stronger as a couple, and it's giving us insight as to how to treat each other, how to understand each other more, and how to be patient with each other. I know I have become much more patient with his addiction, and he has always been extremely patient with mine. But I think it's giving us both better understanding of addiction, how it works, and about ourselves as well. So even though it hasn't all been great, it's been positive, and it's been for the good. There's always a silver lining and something that comes out. There's always light at the end of the darkness, and we are seeing that light now. And I'm pretty sure that Jean would agree that I think we are happier now than we've been in a long time, if not ever. And I am very happy about that. And it's making me happier as a person as well, because I'm understanding myself more, and I'm very grateful to him and to God and to everyone who comes and watches my videos and puts up with my rambles. I know I've been rambling for a long time now, so I'm not going to hold you guys much longer, but I did just want to share that, and kind of like a pre-ramble to what you'll be seeing coming up this month and in the months to come of working through my addiction. I've ignored my addiction for a long time and focused on the weight, but I'm going to focus more on the addiction as well and get to the root of my issues. So thank you guys so much for being here and being supportive of me. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you'll ever know. And remember, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Talk to you guys soon.